Welcome to the Lifestyle You podcast. I'm your host and health and fitness coach, Jenna Altman, and I'm so glad that you're here. Health and fitness don't have to be that complicated. Do you want to achieve a body you're proud of, gain physical and mental energy, and grow your confidence without giving up date night with your partner or starving yourself? The Lifestyle You podcast will provide you with the tools that you need to make your health and fitness fit into your lifestyle, not the other way around. The stories, lessons, and actionable takeaways from original episodes and guest interviews on this podcast will not only allow you to break through those limiting fears and beliefs, but also find freedom and confidence in the way that you move and fuel your body so that you can live your strongest, healthiest, and happiest life. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to take a minute to introduce you to the Summer Flex training program. This is a brand new 8-week fitness coaching program for high-achieving women like you who want to incorporate more flexibility, create more consistency, and get stronger, leaner, and more athletic with quick and effective workouts. The Summer Flex training program was designed to help you create more flexibility in your movement routine while juggling the beach trips, time off, and holidays. This program will be launching in June, but it is really important that you are signed up for the waitlist because this is where I am going to have early access, early details, as well as exclusive bonuses. So make sure that you are signed up. I cannot wait to get stronger with you this summer. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lifestyle You podcast. Today, we are going to talk about why you need to make mistakes and how to learn from them. So I know that this is a really hard pill to swallow, but mistakes are an essential part of the journey. And today, we're going to outline really why that is. So this episode specifically is going out to all of my perfectionists. But let's be real. No one likes making mistakes. We love getting things right. We love impressing other people around us. But without mistakes, we cannot learn. Let's apply this directly into our health and fitness journey. A handful of common mistakes that I hear from clients. Number 1, I missed a workout last week. Number 2, I didn't hit my protein goals. Number 3, I ate unhealthy foods out with my girlfriends. First, it's important to mention that these actually aren't even mistakes. You can miss a workout, you can fall short of your protein goals, and you can enjoy fun foods with your girlfriends. And you're probably being too hard on yourself, but that's an episode for an entirely different day. But these mistakes are what actually allow us to learn what works and what doesn't work for us. A lot of what we do in health and fitness, even as coaches, is trial and error. And that means that we need to try. And you know, when you try, that often means that you fall down a lot. But trying different things allows us to identify what works best for us. You get in the reps over time and determine what a healthy lifestyle looks like to you. Spoiler alert, it is unique to everyone. So I want to just reiterate this idea that really mistakes are an opportunity for us to learn about ourselves, right? It is an opportunity for us to better understand ourselves, the things that work for us and the things that don't work for us. But we are not going to know what those things are unless we are trying new things. And trying and falling and getting back up again. So let's walk through a client example together. So a client of mine shared in her weekly check-in, and this is directly quoted from her check-in. This was a hard week. I feel like I slipped up, especially on the weekend, and definitely reverted back to some old behaviors, but trying to turn it around this week. So first of all, I don't know about you, but this definitely resonates with me. I remember when I was really struggling in my own health and fitness journey, and I kept feeling like I couldn't stick with the plan when it came to the weekends. And I still was struggling with reverting back to some old behaviors that I didn't really enjoy. And so I'm sure that that kind of resonates with you. But in the past, I would have told this client, it happens, no worries, let's just move on from here. Now, of course, this is a really important thing to do, right? We're not going to sit here and dwell on the past. We're not going to worry about what happened, but we need to actually sit in that space and see what comes up for us. Because in that struggle, we need to identify really and create more awareness around what the actual problem is. And so I realized when I was responding this way that the same struggle for the person would keep reappearing because we never spent time actually learning from it. So instead, I told this client to sit in this space and see what came up for her. And yes, of course, like I mentioned, I am a firm believer that every day is a fresh start and everyone makes mistakes. But if we can get more clinical and create more awareness around the situation, then we can determine what works for her and what doesn't. Once you can view your mistakes as opportunities to learn, that's where the growth happens. So now it's your turn. First, let's check in on your mindset around making mistakes. Do you feel guilty when you make mistakes? Do you feel this sort of wave of shame or guilt that comes along with missing a workout or not hitting your macro goals or spending too much time kind of reflecting on what you could have done differently? So that's one end of the spectrum. Or are you one to own up to your mistakes and identify what you could have done differently? Not really ruminating on them, really just being able to recognize this is what happened. And I wish that I had done this differently, but it's okay. It's in the past. There's not much I can do about it. But next time, I want to be better prepared. So if you're looking to utilize more of your growth mindset like the latter option, let me show you how we can do this. So let's talk a little bit about an if-then game plan. So this is also known as implementation planning, and it is something that is utilized in the health and fitness space to help clients really create this game plan for future situations. So if you keep coming up on the same obstacle, right? If you keep coming into the same obstacle of, I'm struggling with my health and fitness on the weekends, I can't hit my goals that I have set for myself, or I'm being too hard on myself. So let's make it if-then game plan. So if these feelings come up, if I'm struggling with X, what do I want to do? How do I want to respond? So now we're kind of setting yourself up for success from the beginning because we know that this situation might occur again. And so how can we utilize this if-then game plan to set yourself up for success? So now this week's food for thought is going to be think back on a time that you made a mistake, and that's in air quotes, in your health and fitness journey. Instead of beating yourself up about it, how can we get more skeptical and inquisitive about it? For example, how would you have preferred to handle the situation and why? How can we better prepare ourselves next time for this desired outcome? Okay, so we're just kind of utilizing our mistakes to grow and learn from them so that way we can get stronger with more reps, with more experiences, and with more opportunities that come along. So I hope that this kind of reframes your perspective around your mistakes and helps you identify that they are really truly not mistakes and that they are just opportunities for us to learn from. So that is all I have for you today, guys. I would love to hear from you on this week's food for thought. So shoot me a message on Instagram, share with me a time where you made a mistake, and how we can start to get more skeptical and inquisitive about it instead of beating ourselves up. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you for listening to the Lifestyle You podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review to help others discover the magic we're creating together. If there's someone in your life who could benefit from listening to this episode, be sure to forward it along to them. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jenna Ray Altman for more helpful content, resources, and good vibes. As always, thank you so much for being here.